Giant flounder is a large deep water fish, mainly caught by specialized methods such as longline, trawl or gillnet. Of these, the longline method is preferred by fishermen because it helps to select large fish. They use live bait or artificial bait to attract flounder, drop the line to a suitable depth, and wait for the fish to be hooked before pulling it up. For large-scale fishing, trawl or gillnet is used to capture fish in a large area. However, due to the enormous size and strength of flounder, pulling the net or fishing line requires experience and solid equipment. In addition, to protect fishery resources, many countries apply regulations on the minimum size of fish allowed to be exploited as well as limit the fishing season, helping to maintain the population of giant flounder in the wild. After successfully catching, handling giant flounder also requires professional techniques. Because they can weigh hundreds of kilograms, fishermen often use winches or cranes to bring the fish onto the deck. Immediately after that, the fish are cleaned and preserved by refrigeration or freezing to maintain their freshness. In some places, giant flounder after being caught can be sold directly to high-end restaurants or processed into frozen products for export. Many coastal areas also hold flounder auctions, where the largest and best quality fish are paid very high prices. However, due to their high commercial value, this fish is facing the risk of overexploitation. Some countries have adopted conservation measures such as limiting the number of fishing vessels, regulating the minimum size of fish allowed to be caught, or establishing no fishing areas during the breeding season. These efforts aim to ensure the sustainability of fisheries and maintain giant flounder resources for future generations. In addition to conservation measures, many countries have developed models of giant flounder farming in controlled environments to reduce pressure on wild fish stocks. Halibut farms often use large tanks or sea cages to raise fish from the larval stage until they reach commercial size. Thanks to modern technology, the process of farming flounder is increasingly efficient, helping to ensure meat quality and meet market demand without reducing natural populations. In addition, science and technology also play an important role in optimizing giant flounder fishing methods. Radar, sonar and GPS systems are integrated into fishing vessels to help fishermen accurately determine fish areas, minimize bycatch of other species and improve fishing efficiency. These devices not only help reduce the time spent searching for fish, but also contribute to protecting the marine environment by limiting indiscriminate fishing. In the future, the giant flounder fishing and farming industry will continue to develop in a more sustainable direction. The combination of strict regulations, modern technology and environmental awareness will help maintain flounder resources, while ensuring long-term economic benefits for fishermen and related businesses in addition to technical measures and legal regulations. Raising public awareness also plays an important role in protecting giant flounder resources. Marine conservation organizations and governments regularly organize propaganda programs for fishermen on responsible fishing, encourage the use of environmentally friendly methods and compliance with regulations on permitted fish sizes. In addition, ecotourism and sport fishing are also becoming a popular trend, contributing to reducing pressure on wild flounder exploitation. Many coastal areas have developed recreational fishing tours, in which visitors can experience giant flounder fishing but must comply with the principle of catch and release. helping to maintain the number of fish in the wild. This model not only brings economic benefits but also helps raise awareness about protecting marine ecosystems. In the future, the combination of technology, resource management and sustainable tourism activities will contribute significantly to maintaining the giant flounder population. If implemented in the right direction, the flounder exploitation and farming industry can develop sustainably, both meeting market demand and protecting the marine environment for future generations. In addition to conservation and sustainable development measures, scientific research on giant flounder is also being promoted to better understand the biological behavior, growth rate, habitat and adaptability of this fish species. Scientists are studying how to breed flounder in aquaculture conditions to reduce pressure on natural populations. Several pilot projects have successfully hatched eggs and reared juveniles in controlled tank systems, opening up great prospects for aquaculture. In addition, monitoring technologies such as electronic tagging and satellite tracking are helping researchers collect data on the migration routes, feeding habits and spawning grounds of the giant flounder. This information is vital for developing appropriate conservation policies and helping fishermen optimize their fishing methods without negatively impacting fish stocks. However, despite efforts to maintain the sustainability of the giant flounder, challenges such as climate change, ocean pollution and illegal fishing remain major threats. Changing sea temperatures and habitat loss can affect the food supply and growth rates of the flounder. Therefore, there needs to be close coordination between countries, conservation organizations and fishing communities to protect this precious fish species. In the future, with the development of technology and increasing awareness of environmental protection, the fishing and farming of giant flounder will become more and more effective and sustainable. This not only helps maintain aquatic resources but also ensures a stable life for fishermen, contributing to the development of the marine economy in harmony with nature in addition to scientific and technical factors. The giant flounder consumption market also plays an important role in shaping the exploitation and farming industry of this fish species. Giant flounder is one of the high-value seafood, especially popular in markets such as Japan, Korea, the US and Europe. The meat of the flounder has a sweet taste, a firm but still soft texture. Suitable for processing into many high-class dishes such as sashimi, sushi, grilled or steamed. The development of the food industry also promotes the demand for giant flounder. Luxury restaurants and large supermarket chains often seek a stable supply, creating motivation for expanding the farming model in addition to wild fishing. Many businesses have invested in flounder farming technology in seawater recirculation systems or temperature-controlled tanks, helping fish grow quickly, reducing the risk of disease and ensuring meat quality. However, the high commercial value of flounder also entails the risk of illegal exploitation and trade in undersized fish. To deal with this problem, many countries have adopted strict monitoring measures, such as granting fishing licenses, tracing origins and applying strict sanctions against illegal fishing. In addition, the trend of sustainable consumption is also increasing, as consumers are increasingly concerned about the origin of products and prioritize choosing seafood that is responsibly exploited or farmed. In the coming time, the development of the giant flounder fishing and farming industry will continue to be associated with factors of environmental protection, resource management and technological innovation. If done properly, halibut will not only be an important economic resource but also contribute to the sustainable development of the global fisheries industry. In addition to market and technological factors, national management policies also play a decisive role in maintaining the sustainability of the giant halibut fishing and aquaculture industry. Many coastal countries, especially those with developed fisheries such as Norway, Canada, the United States and Japan, have established strict regulations to control catches, protect habitats and maintain long-term fishery resources. One effective measure is to apply a quota system, in which each fishing vessel is only allowed to catch a certain number of halibut in a year. This helps prevent overfishing and ensures that fish have time to recover naturally. In addition, seasonal fishing bans have been established in many sea areas to protect halibut during the spawning period, helping to maintain the stable development of the population. In addition, modern monitoring technologies such as satellite-based vessel tracking systems, VMS, and electronic logbooks on board are also applied to control fishing activities. These data help management agencies closely monitor fishing areas, promptly detect and prevent illegal fishing activities. At the same time, sustainable seafood certification programs such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, are also increasingly popular, making it easier for consumers to choose halibut products that are legally sourced and environmentally friendly. In addition to controlling fishing, governments in many countries also encourage investment in halibut farming as a sustainable alternative. Financial support policies, scientific research and tax incentives for aquaculture enterprises are contributing to the development of this industry. With the combination of controlled exploitation, sustainable farming and the application of modern technology, the giant flounder industry promises to continue to develop strongly in the future, bringing both economic benefits and ensuring the balance of marine ecology in addition to government and industry efforts. The role of fishing communities and consumers is also important in ensuring the sustainability of the giant flounder fishing and aquaculture industry. Fishermen, who directly harvest this fish, need to be trained and raised aware of conservation regulations, responsible fishing methods and the importance of protecting the fishery in the long term. Many international and local organizations have worked with fishing communities to implement training programs to help them adopt environmentally friendly fishing techniques. For example, using nets with appropriate mesh sizes to minimize the capture of juvenile fish, or limiting the number of hooks on each line to avoid overfishing. Some regions have organized fishermen's associations to jointly manage halibut stocks. Share information about where the fish are found, and implement joint conservation measures. In addition, consumers can also contribute to the protection of giant halibut by choosing products with sustainability certifications such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, or the Aquaculture Stewardship Council, ASC. Prioritizing the purchase of seafood from responsible sources will motivate seafood businesses to comply with environmental protection standards, while helping to maintain marine ecosystems. In the future, coordination between governments, businesses, fishermen, and consumers will be the key to maintaining a sustainable giant halibut industry. When all parties recognize the long-term benefits of conservation, flounder fishing and aquaculture not only bring economic value but also contribute to the sustainable development of the ocean and the global marine ecosystem. In addition to management factors and public awareness, climate change is also becoming a major challenge for the protection and sustainable exploitation of giant flounder. Warming of the ocean. Changes in ocean currents and acidification of seawater can affect the habitat and food sources of this fish. Many studies show that flounder tend to move to deeper waters or farther north to adapt to changing sea temperatures, which can make fishing more difficult and change population sizes in each area. In response to these challenges, scientists are researching solutions to help flounder adapt to changing environmental conditions. Several aquaculture models have experimented with adjusting water temperature and salinity to optimize fish growth, while nutritional research has been conducted to help fish grow faster and healthier in the new conditions. Ocean monitoring technology is also playing an important role in predicting changes in halibut habitats, helping fishermen and managers make appropriate adjustments to their fishing and conservation plans. In addition, mitigating the impact of climate change on the fisheries sector also requires the participation of countries around the world. Initiatives such as reducing greenhouse gas emissions from fishing vessels, developing renewable energy in the fisheries sector, and improving fishing methods to minimize environmental impacts are all being encouraged. Some countries also aim to build a green economy in the fisheries sector, in which the exploitation and farming of giant flounder will be carried out in a way that minimizes negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. In the context of increasingly profound climate change, flexibility in exploitation methods, combined with modern technology and reasonable management policies, will help the giant flounder industry continue to develop sustainably. This not only brings economic benefits but also contributes to environmental protection and maintaining marine resources for future generations in addition to the challenges of climate change. The trend of technological innovation in the seafood industry is also opening up many opportunities for the exploitation and farming of giant flounder in a more efficient and sustainable way. Artificial intelligence, AI, big data and automation technologies are increasingly applied in many aspects of the industry, from monitoring the water environment to optimizing catch. In the fishing sector, advanced positioning devices such as high-frequency sonar and 3D radar help fishermen accurately identify schools of fish without spending a lot of time searching. This not only improves fishing efficiency but also minimizes the bycatch of other fish species, thereby limiting negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. Some modern fishing vessels are also equipped with an automatic fish sorting system on board, which helps speed up the processing and preservation of fish immediately after catching, ensuring product quality when brought to market. In the field of aquaculture, smart farm models use IoT sensors to monitor water temperature, salinity, oxygen concentration and the health of flounder in real time. The collected data will be analyzed by AI to adjust suitable living conditions. optimize diets and prevent diseases, helping fish grow faster and limit loss. Some companies are also testing offshore flounder farming models using deep-sea cages, where the water flow is cleaner and more stable, helping fish grow in an environment that is close to nature. In addition, blockchain technology is also being applied to trace the origin of flounder from the stage of catching or farming to when it is brought to market. This not only helps to improve transparency in the supply chain but also creates trust for consumers when choosing products of legal origin and environmentally friendly. With the combination of modern technology, policies to protect aquatic resources and sustainable consumption awareness, the giant flounder fishing and farming industry promises to continue to grow strongly in the future. When these solutions are applied synchronously, flounder is not only a valuable resource but also a symbol of sustainable development of the global seafood industry. In addition to technological innovations and management policies, international cooperation also plays an important role in maintaining the sustainability of the giant flounder fishing and farming industry. Because turbot inhabits a wide range of marine areas, including international waters, management of this resource requires coordination among many countries to ensure that exploitation does not exceed natural limits. Many international organizations such as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, and regional fisheries associations have issued recommendations and standards for sustainable exploitation of giant turbot. Coastal countries have also signed many bilateral and multilateral agreements to coordinate catch control, protect fish spawning areas and prevent illegal fishing activities. In addition, cooperation in scientific research between countries has also helped expand understanding of the biology, migration and habitat of turbot, data exchange programs on monitoring fish populations, the impact of climate change and the effectiveness of conservation policies help countries develop more appropriate management strategies. Several pilot projects on sustainable halibut aquaculture are also being implemented in many countries, opening up opportunities for this model to be developed on a global scale. In addition, international trade in giant halibut also needs to be properly regulated to ensure a stable supply without depleting the resource. Seafood trade agreements are increasingly prioritizing products with sustainability certification, encouraging businesses to apply strict standards in fishing and farming. This helps promote the development of the seafood industry in a more responsible way, while bringing long-term economic benefits to exporting countries. In the future, close